Coming to you all the way from Norfolk, Virginia, Go On Podcast presents How Embarrassing with Molly and Jeff.
How embarrassing! How embarrassing!
Stop!
I'm trying.
Hey everybody, welcome to How Embarrassing, the podcast about all of our embarrassing lives. My name's Molly.
And I'm Jeff.
And today we are here recording our third quarantine episode.
Woohoo!
Jeff, how have you been holding up?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I forgot how much I love staying inside.
Yeah.
And, there's lots of good. Did you know TV's good nowadays?
Word. I always thought
Word.
that I liked staying home, and it turns out I really hate it, and I'm dying in this place, but it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you can't get like a bunch of people to say that they like you to your face every day is really hurting.
It turns out it's a huge problem for me.
Yeah.
It turns out need constant attention and validation from other people.
Right.
So,
It's good that you're realizing this now.
yeah. This is a good time for me to reflect on myself as a human. Here we go. Do you have an embarrassing story you want to share, Jeffy?
Yeah, it's kind of more just like awkward, but about like a week ago, I was out on my porch.
I've heard of it.
And it was like 2 weeks ago. It was before like the real lockdown started.
The real lockdown started like a month ago. So
I don't know. Time doesn't
a week
exist.
ago.
Time doesn't exist to me anymore.
That's true. Nothing's real.
But this lady came by and like in her car and rolled down her window, and I was like, oh God, like what does she want? And she's like, hi, and she was really friendly, but I don't like talking to people.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, I guess she used to live in my apartment before I moved in. So she was just talking to me about.
She like wanted to come inside.
No, she didn't get out of her car.
Oh.
But like within 5 seconds of her stopping and rolling down her window, another car pulls up behind her.
What?
And it's a one-way road. You can't go around.
Yeah.
And then like 10 seconds later, another car. All of a sudden, like, the whole entire road is just stopped with cars, and she's just continuing to have a conversation with me.
What? Did you
she,
tell her there's people behind her?
No, because she was being nice. So I kept like just kind of like saying like be nice, but then like looking to the left behind her and like at all the cars. And it was just they never honked somehow.
That's weird. I would have honked my little patootie off.
Yeah.
I would have been honking my hiney off.
Well, I felt like I was holding up the cars, and I was like, I don't know. I just want this conversation to end.
Yeah, I want this story to end.
Damn.
God damn.
Oh.
Got him. That's what they call a quarantine roast.
So we're about to hear the best story ever told by you?
No, it's actually pretty brief. I used to live in Seattle for a couple months after I graduated from college, and I didn't have a car or anything, so I would take the public transportation every day to work. And one day I was on the Seattle public bus, and I have a million Seattle public bus stories. That place is crazy. It's an insane asylum on wheels. But I was on the bus, and I felt really sick. There was a ton of traffic. It was really hot on the bus, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna puke. Here we go. So I had a bag of pita chips that I was eating. I just held my pita chip bag and puked in my pita chip bag while the bus is driving.
What?
And no one looked at me. No one said a word. No one
That's how crazy Seattle is.
No one acknowledged anything strange or out of the ordinary was occurring. Because, yeah, the Seattle public bus is lawless. It's a crazy place. I once saw a man being detained by the bus. Like, the bus driver had...
the bus driver. Okay.
The bus driver had caught the guy's hands in the bus doors. And wouldn't open the doors to the bus till the police came. So no one could get on or off of the bus. I was like an hour and a half late to work that day because I was like, sorry, the bus was handcuffs. I don't know what to tell you.
The bus was handcuffs.
Yeah. It's wild out there.
Oh.
Shout out to Seattle. It's whack. Needless to say, I only lived there for like 4 months, and I was like, I'll go back to the East Coast.
Yeah, Trump keeps calling Corona the China virus.
Yeah,
I think we should call it the Seattle virus. It really started there for the U.S.
Let's call it Seattle virus.
Yeah, let's call it the Starbucks cucks virus.
I'll start a hashtag Starbucks cuck.
Yeah,
and everyone will know it means Seattle virus, which means Corona. Okay, so let's get to an ad break, shall we?
Yeah, we need to get more people to give us ad suggestions. Anyways, ad break.
I have one.
Oh.
Hey, everybody. So one of our Patreon supporters is Pat Graham, friend of the pod. Little known fact about Pat Graham is that he makes custom wood furniture. Graham Woodworks is available in all 50 states and the territories in Canada. And you can DM Pat Graham for your custom furniture needs, or he said you could also send a message to me and I can get you in touch with him.
Wow.
He makes tables.
What a business model.
Yeah. He makes tables. He makes birdhouses. He makes bars. Pretty much anything. He's actually built a lot of really impressive stuff. So if you send me a DM, I'll be happy to get you in touch with my dad, Pat Graham.
Sensual
Woodworks.
love.
All right, that's the ad.
All right, we're back.
We're back, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, so today our guest is coming at us live all the way from the state of Illinois.
Whoa, the town that is known to be a little shy.
You know her because she loves apples.
Yep, she's an apple girl for sure.
She loves apples, everybody. It is Alba Woolard.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks so much for having me on the show.
Absolutely, Alba. Are you embarrassed to be here today?
No, not at all. I don't really know what I'm in for. I'm kind of like nervous, I guess, but I could use a thrill. I've been on lockdown, in quarantine. So,
Right.
March 15th was my last day out in the real world.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, that's about, I feel like, kind of mine too.
Yeah, I mean, I've been going to the grocery store and stuff, but
Yeah, same.
But yeah, so I could use a thrill. So bring it on.
I love that. I love a thrill seeker. And so does Jeff, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Oh,
That's
Jesus.
the one.
Totally. Way to yes and Jeff.
Yeah.
So Alba, have you prepared any fun stories for us to hear today?
I have a small basket of
Okay.
stories that I could share.
It's appropriate that you have a basket because we are recording on Easter.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, well, it's
So
a
that-
figurative basket of stories that I have.
Yeah.
But yes, it is a
Yeah.
small figurative basket.
Still a basket.
Your vomit on a bus story, Molly, reminded me of the time that I vomited on a bus.
I love that.
It was, so I'm trying to decide where in the story to start, but I have a habit of embarrassing myself when I'm the new girl in town. So I had just moved to Italy. I was 13. My dad was in the Navy, and my mom is Italian, so her side of the family still lives there. So he got stationed in Italy, and it was my very first day going to school. And I got on there was a bus that would take people between the different bases in Italy. And I started feeling kind of nauseous. Oh, also I got my very first period
Oh no.
2 weeks before. And this was after just moving to Italy, just got my first period. All my relatives are, pinching my cheeks and telling me I'm a woman. Over yet. I don't want to do this. It was awful too. It was a really, really bad. It was terrible.
God.
And then so we're on the bus, started nauseous, whatever, but I didn't have a bag. to throw up in.
You didn't have your pita chips?
No, but I did have my purse. So when I vomited, it got all over the seat of the bus in front of me.
Oh.
And the bag, my purse, which was like, I was 13. So it was like my cute little,
Yeah.
You don't need a purse at that age, but you have one anyway.
Oh.
It got all in there. And then two people who would remain my friends for the remainder of but more acquaintances for the remainder of the time I lived there saw it happen. And at the time they would remind me of that disgusting story.
God damn it.
And one of them I thought was really cute, but
Oh no, that went out the window.
Were your fellow bus riders Italian or American? Like
American.
Okay, so it wasn't like a bunch of people screaming at you in Italian.
No, I didn't get screamed at. My reputation was damaged.
That's for sure.
Yeah, and
I would have loved if they all just gabagoo and start smacking you.
Yeah. Like lasagna, da da da.
Capricola.
We know Italian.
Yeah,
that's what they say. They say lasagna when they yell. But no, I did not get berated. I just got very heavily made fun of that day and intermittently for the next 3 years.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
brutal.
Sad. I've never thrown up.
Shut up. Yes, you have.
Yes, you have. Everybody throws up.
Jeff is the biggest liar. Oh, I puke constant. I'm a puker big time. I puke all the time. I
don't want all my stories to be bodily function stories.
Uh-oh.
Oh God, what's coming?
I'll just, I'll just say the other time that I really badly embarrassed myself when I was the new girl. I just moved to Virginia Beach in 4th grade, and I was going to Point of View Elementary School, and it was gym. It was gym class. And, at the beginning, everybody sits on the floor and looks at the teacher, and they have a big microphone to talk to all the little kids. And just as there was a lull in the silence, someone in the room broke wind. And someone was me. I guess I remember the way I was sitting, I had my legs crossed, but with my knees pulled up to my chest, which I later would find out.
That's such a fart position.
Well, it's called wind removing in yoga. I was doing wind without knowing it.
That is a position in yoga? Wind removing?
Yes,
what?
Yoga position is wind removing pose. And it's literally because it massages your
prostate,
your colon, your large or your large intestine. I'm not, and don't quote me on that. I'm not like a certified yoga or anything. Just what I
certified yoga.
I'm not a yoga. But I've been doing it long enough that I know it's called wind removing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It massages your colon.
She knows that one.
Happens when you do that pose. And so I farted. A squeaker. It was like, and the girl in front of me who was like really bitchy and really pretty. I mean, for a 4th grader or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever,
Bitches, I hate them.
Bitches. She was intimidating. She turns around with the hair toss and goes, "What did you have for breakfast?"
Oh my God. What?
And I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed that I just said French toast. Because that was actually what I had for breakfast. I didn't know what to say, so I just answered the question.
Oh, what did you have for breakfast?
And then I was at that school for the next year and a half because it was half of 4th grade and then all of 5th grade. And for the remainder of my time there, that was not intermittently. Probably once a week, there was one guy who would call me fart girl.
Oh, no.
But he would if he saw me, we weren't in the same class, but if he saw me in the hallway, our lines passed or something, he'd be like, "Hey, it's fart girl."
Oh, God. What a bully.
I love how all the insult nicknames in middle school are just
it's just so exactly simple. What happened.
You're a fart girl. It's like, come on.
Verb gender.
Yeah.
Verb gender.
Yeah, exactly.
Or noun gender. I was also slow motion girl one time. That's adjective gender.
Why?
walk in slow motion when you got to
No,
school?
it was because it was actually that same school. God, that was traumatizing.
Point of view sucks. I hate point of view.
And it was in that same gym that this happened, actually.
Oh my God.
We were having, competition, they do like the rally races or whatever in PE. And I was, I'm not very athletic. I never have been. And so
you're not a yoga. I mean,
no, I'm not a yoga. So this guy, I was on his team and he was mad at me for not being athletic. And so he called me slow motion girl because I ran in slow motion.
Oh,
that's a good one. I like that one.
Fucking dick.
He had an R issue, so he didn't say slow motion girl. He said slow motion goal.
Oh man,
Which made it hurt even worse.
Right.
That when I was a freshman in high school, I got kicked off the track team because the coach said I was slacking too much, but really I was just slow. So she was like, "You're slacking. You never put in any effort in practice." And I'm like, "Well, I'm actually trying my hardest." So
That sucks.
Oh
I'm gonna remove myself from this situation.
Oh God.
You got anything else for us? We have like a solid 10
yes,
minutes.
I
You can
do.
fill.
I just don't know if I don't want to take all the talk time and just jump from story to story. I do have a little bit of a longer one.
Okay.
This one is more of an embarrassing one for me to tell because of how much of an idiot I am. But I'll do it anyway. When I lived in Italy also, this was a very, very exciting time in my life. I've always been a cat person. Well, I've always been told I seem like a cat person. As a kid, I always wanted a cat, and my mom would tell me all the time, we're not cat people, but she's Italian. She says, no, Alba, we're not cat people, okay?
I love that.
No, we're not cat people. But I insisted. I desperately wanted one. And she told me stories about how when she was a kid, their family was not very good with cats because you never know where they are. And with a dog, you say, so I see you're very small because, okay.
You never know where they are.
No cats died.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
No cats died in the story. But yes, I mean, how often do you go to somebody's house and they're like, oh yeah, I have a cat. She's around here somewhere. When you go to somebody's house with a dog, you see the dog as soon as you come in the door.
Yeah, the dog's inside of you as soon as you get there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But with cats, I mean, it can hide under a bed the entire time you have company. You never see the cat.
Yesterday, I saw my cat's penis.
What?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Oh dear God, that's crazy.
It never is out, but he was licking it yesterday, and I interrupted him. I didn't mean to. I think he was embarrassed. He kind of slunk away. He was like, "I'm sorry that you had to see that."
Did he make eye contact with you while he's doing it?
No, I'm telling you, he was very immediately avoided eye contact and shuffled under the bed.
No.
I guess to finish.
Oh God, gross. So my mom had it where she lived. Their heater was like a furnace when she was growing up in Italy, and so you would, you have it open for the heat to come out, and then you put out the fire and you close it.
Yeah,
whatever you close.
Oh my God!
For safety purposes. Well, no cats died, but
sounds like the cat's gonna die.
No cats died. But this cat got into the furnace in the middle of the day to keep warm because it was a cold day, and they put out the fire and closed it with the cat in there, and it was still warm. So the next morning, the cat walked out sweating and crying and what is the sound my mom makes that the cat made. The cat was fine; it lived, but it spent the night in a very warm furnace. And was very sweaty and unhappy when it came out.
It had a sweat lodge experience.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
that cat saw some shit.
So my mom says, "We are not cat people, Alba." No, but I begged and was like, "I really, really want a cat." And there was somebody on base that was giving this cat away because they were moving and they could only take a certain number of pets with them. And so they were like, we just need a good home for this cat. And I was like, Mom, please, it's no money. I will take care of this cat. I desperately want this cat. She's like, all right, good. We'll do it. Fine. So they bring the cat over. Its name is Whiska, which I was like, all right, name, whatever.
Whiska.
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 Anyway.
He's from
So
Boston.
They brought the cat over, and as soon as they left, the cat like disappeared. You don't know what the fuck the cat is.
Cats do that.
Yeah, right. Fast forward 30 minutes, we're like, we got to find Whiska. Where the heck did Whiska go? So we're like searching all over the house, could not find this cat. We looked everywhere. We looked in closets, under beds, under furniture, in the cabinets, out on the balcony. We looked everywhere, and we could not freaking find this cat. So we figured it must have gotten out when somebody opened the front door.
Mm-hmm.
So my best friend and I are like, all right, we got to go looking for this freaking cat on base. Can of tuna. We start walking around the base. We finally find the cat. We're like, this is the cat, right? Yeah, this is the cat. We'd only seen the cat for like a minute or two, ahead of time. We're like, this is the cat. We bring the cat home. We're like, Mom, right? And she's like, oh, I recognize those eyes. That's the cat. So with her accent. But so anyway, so for the next 4 days, also I renamed the cat Kit Kat because I thought that was cuter than Whiskey. So
wrong.
So for the next 4 days, Kit Kat is like acting pretty weird, like eating a lot, pooping a lot, whatever. But relatively a friendly cat, like a nice cat.
Mm-hmm.
And really like to sit underneath the dining room table in a chair tucked underneath the dining room table. So 4 days later, my mom is sitting on the couch watching TV, and she feels something like pushing up on her butt, like from inside the couch. And she's freaked out. She's like, oh my God, is the cat under the couch? And she looked under the dining room table, and Kit Kat, the cat that I brought in from outside, was still underneath that fucking dining room table. Flips over the couch. The cat had torn a hole in the bottom of the couch, like in the lining, and was not under the couch, but was up inside the couch.
Whoa.
My mom looked under, and she pops her head back up and goes, there is a cat in there. Oh my God, we have 2 freaking cats. So let the poor stray cat go, because that stray cat had been pawing at the door for all 4 days. Like it desperately wanted to leave. So we opened the door. We're like, as you were, I'm so sorry.
Sorry for your 4 days as a captive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this other cat went completely nuts and really didn't like us. And we're like, all right, we get why you were hiding. So you were hiding for 4 days and also coming out to eat and poop, which explains.
Yeah, why all the food was gone.
And then we brought that family back, and we were like, hey, your cat doesn't like us. And they're like, all right, we'll take the cat back. Like it clawed us, it bit people. It was very unhappy.
Oh my God.
The worst part of the whole story is that the cat we adopted from the family was all gray, 100% gray. The cat that we brought in from the outside was black, white, and brown. They looked nothing alike. And so at the end of the story, at the end of everything, so the time I lost a cat in a couch for 4 days, my mom goes, what did I tell you? We are not cat. Like, all right, you win, Mama.
Yeah, it sounds like she's right.
Not cat people.
My
you
mom
didn't
always
even know what it looked like?
No, apparently not. It looked like a cat. No.
Alba doesn't see color when it comes to cats.
Yeah, that's true. She does.
Well, it wasn't just me. In my defense, it was me, my mom, my brothers, my best friend, like
Right.
a lot of us.
I know. I like that your mom was like, I know those eyes.
Like, who pays attention to the eyes of a cat more than the color of its fur?
I know those eyes anywhere.
Dude, my mom's reaction when she saw the original cat under the couch, though, was priceless. Because she knew what we had done.
Right. He just stole someone's outdoor cat.
Oops.
Yeah. But they were fine. I mean, they were fine. The cat got reunited with its original owner. The stray cat would still stop by for meals every once in a while.
Oh my gosh.
I just know that dogs, I'm thankful that you always know where they are. And they want you to know where they are.
Yeah, dogs are very present, that's for sure.
Can I embarrass Alba real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This just happened yesterday. We were recording Sexperts podcast, shout out.
Oh, God.
And we were just
Edit that out.
We were shooting the shit. Me and Brian Garraty, the co-host, And we're asking Alba, so how is it in Chicago? And she's like, oh, yeah, it's good. Like, how do you like living there? And it's like, yeah, I like my apartment. I live by myself. I don't have any roommates. But, like, the people around me are really rude. Like, every night recently around
they were rude. I said it was
every night around 7 or 8, they just start, like, hooting and hollering and, like, cheering and clapping and stuff. And I can't believe it. And we started talking about
the hour that we just yell. We just open the windows and just yell.
And she had no idea.
She had no idea. And I let it go by a couple more sentences, and then I started thinking, it's like, wait a minute, Alba, they're cheering for the healthcare workers.
It's a change of shift or whatever.
Yeah, that's like what every city is doing.
And we captured her face on video. We have the moment where she realized that she felt so shitty and embarrassed.
It's so good. Don't you work in the healthcare service?
It's wild. Everybody just makes a ruckus around.
And I'm like, shut up. I have to get to work.
Just start yelling. I mean, I think it was like something to do with the fact that we're all stuck at home, but I guess I thought it was like pent up aggression. Yell.
Everyone's synced up.
Yeah, I thought it was like, this is because I saw on Facebook that was like the yelling hour or something like that, or yell, or I forget what it was, but I just assumed it was like just
an anger thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you near a hospital?
Yeah, but in Chicago, there's a hospital like everywhere.
Oh,
like,
that's good.
I didn't know that was a Chicago stereotype.
Chicago's are like,
I didn't mean that.
Chicago's are known for hospitals.
It's probably because of all the food.
I just meant because I'm in the city. I'm not too far from any healthcare facility.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like deep dish pizza, hospitals.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the two things we're known for.
That's what Chicago does.
And I think they're related because those deep dish pizzas are good, but you have one slice and it feels like you're going to die.
So then you go to the hospital. Oh my God, you're right, Jeff.
Oh my God.
Back to back. Yeah,
okay. Well, time for an ad break.
Woohoo!
Yay!
It's an ad break.
Hello. Can
Hello?
anyone hear me?
It's me. I can hear you.
This is a message going out to the world. I've been
Okay.
inside for 20 years.
20 years. That's a lot longer than anyone else. What's your secret?
The nights become days and the days become nights. This is a recorded message. If you're replying to what I say, you are dumb.
What?
Oh, you got me.
This. Can anyone help me?
Yeah, I know someone who can help you. Low Blow Candle Co. Homemade candles made right in Norfolk, Virginia. They are everything you need during your time in quarantine. They smell great, they look great, and they make Molly money. So if you want to keep Molly in business, make sure you buy candles from Low Blow Candle Co. Oh.
I didn't do the fade out.
That was fucking
I need
beautiful.
to oh, sorry. Everyone's going to see my boobs.
Uh-oh.
I need to shift my position. Okay.
It looks like you're like in some like David Lynch like
Nightmare.
movie.
I know. For those of you
orb of-
listening at home, I did make a blanket fort to record from today. It's very dark and very uncomfortable, and I'm like hunched over like a goblin.
And you sound great.
It's going great. I love quarantine.
Yeah. You're really thriving in it.
I honestly, wow, I've never been so happy.
So
Molly, I do want some of your candles, actually.
Oh my gosh.
Remind me, I need to put in an order.
Ooh.
Yeah, hit up that Etsy, baby.
Yeah.
I'm labeling today. Anyway, this is boring to listen to, probably.
Yeah, it is.
Let's play a game.
Yes.
Okay.
ooh, yeah.
It's time for our first game, and maybe our last game, depending on our time.
It's segment and game time.
It's segment and game time. Segments. Nope.
That was
wasn't
good.
the right song. Fuck.
Mary.
Kill.
Raise. Fuck, Mary, kill, raise.
Raise. Fuck. Marry. Kill.
You're getting there.
No.
All right, so it's time for a game that we invented called Fuck, Marry, Kill, Raise. It's a new game. No one's ever played it before. It's original. It's hip. It's happening. It's now. So I'll explain the rules of the game. Alba, our lovely guest, we will give you 4 options. You have to pick one to fuck, one to marry. The one you marry, you cannot fuck. One to kill. Yeah. One to kill. The one you kill, you can't fuck.
Okay.
And then one to raise.
You're fine with that one.
One to raise as your own child.
You can't fuck that child.
You can't fuck the kid either.
No, thank you. Okay, got it. Okay. All right.
All right.
You
So
don't even have marital sex with the one you marry?
no
No.
All right.
no marital sex allowed.
No, it's a sexless marriage.
Do I
Yeah.
get to keep fucking the one that I'm fucking?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
All right.
But it might, it depends. Someone might whoever you marry might get mad about that. We can't map out your entire future.
Yeah.
All right. Depends on the person, I guess. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So fuck, marry, kill, raise. Your options are me
Me.
Me.
and yourself.
Oh.
Go.
Ooh. Oh God.
All
All right. I'm gonna fuck Matt Cole.
Yes.
Nice.
Sensual love.
I'm gonna marry. All right, I got to think about reasoning.
Yeah.
Things too.
Well, why are you fucking Matt Cole?
Yeah.
Are
Why you
people,
fucking
are
Matt?
people fast on this, or like? I mean, do I need to just like bam, bam, bam next?
No.
No,
You're
no.
good.
You can go as
We
slow as
like-
you want.
The reasons here.
Yeah. Tell me
Yeah,
why
we
you
want
want. Tell me
your
why you're
thought process.
desperate. You're absolutely desperate to fuck Matt Cole.
All right, I'm gonna fuck Matt Cole, and here's why.
Okay.
Because
Look at his face. He's so excited.
it's gonna be interesting.
Yes.
That's
That's
true.
for sure.
There will be a story.
It's not gonna be boring. Like
It's not.
That's very true.
It is not a waste.
No.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, it's gonna be interesting, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be fun.
I have an
Yeah.
inflatable giraffe with your name on it.
You have a what?
Sensual love.
An inflatable giraffe.
Right.
He
Yeah.
also
Okay.
uses a train whistle.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
see, I've heard that. Like, I've heard that
The train whistle is like very, very known
It means he's coming.
parts. Whenever I hear a train whistle in Norfolk, Virginia, I know that it's Matt Cole.
She'll be coming.
And then
It just ends there. She'll be coming.
that's,
She'll
Yeah.
be coming round the Matt Cole when she comes. Woo-hoo.
yeah, right. I mean, we all know. We all
all
know
know.
that's gonna be it.
We all know.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
good choice.
Yeah. So that was an easy one.
Yes.
Now between Molly and Jeff,
And yourself.
I already know. So I would kill myself to put myself out of my misery.
I love that.
That's solved. So now it's marry and raise. Who would I rather marry? Here's the thing: is I get to have you both in the house anyway.
That's true.
I'm raising one of you and I'm marrying the other one. So who am I? Who would I want to help me with the raising is the question.
Of the other one, yeah.
Talk it through.
Probably-
Talk it through.
I'm going to go with marry Molly. Yes.
Ooh.
I'm going to marry Molly and raise Jeff because Jeff has said that he's doing pretty good in this isolation because he likes to be at home, which sounds to me like he's not going to get in too much trouble. And
Yeah.
I feel like you and I are pretty similar. I think we would get into trouble.
We seek the thrills and the danger.
Yeah, we seek the thrills. I don't want to deal with that. And I feel like you're so entertaining. Like you would be fun. All the like responsibilities that you have to do with a spouse. It'd be fun to do those.
I think I'd be a really good co-parent for Jeff.
Yeah, great. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's my pick.
And
Nicely
it's
done.
okay if you continue to have sex with Matt Cole throughout our marriage.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
I was just wondering about
I
I'm
feel
growing up in a
okay.
fucked up house.
No, you're not.
Those the first time with him.
I have two moms, but they don't fuck.
Yeah.
He has a side boy.
Yeah, but wouldn't
Matt Cole.
it would be so fun to have producer Matt Cole around the house with your mommies?
Yeah.
Wait, her sex toy is going to enter our house?
Yes.
Yes.
What the fuck?
I'd be a good uncle,
Hey,
Uncle Matty.
2020, I guess.
It's a fun dynamic. There's no rules.
I'd give you a $5 bill and a lollipop every time I stop by.
Hey, Jeff likes Jeff likes
I
lollies.
hate lollipops.
All right, Jeff, come on.
Lollipops suck. But $5
Oh,
is cool.
he'll come around.
Make
on
it-
the lollipops.
Make it $5 and a pack of cigarettes.
$5 and a pack of smokes.
And that was Fuck, Marry, Kill, Raise.
That was it. Fuck, marry, kill,
Kill.
raise. Fuck, marry, kill, raise. Fuck, marry,
I really dig this music.
Thanks.
Jeff made it all.
It's great.
He's a funk master. Jeffy beats.
Hell
It's
yeah.
really funky.
That's
I
what
like the
call it.
newest one I made, but it's for a different podcast.
Is it for Barrett's podcast?
No, it's for the Get Lost podcast that we're doing.
Oh yeah.
Get
okay,
lost.
so let's talk about our Patreon content really quick.
Okay.
So How Embarrassing is on patreon.com. You can support us. And we have just started recording our bonus content. It's called Get Lost. So what we're doing is me and my domestic partner Barrett and Jeff and his roommate Austin are all watching Lost. Me and Austin have never seen Lost before. Jeff and Barrett are both familiar and have seen the series more than once. So we're watching it for the first time and we're doing little reviews after every episode. We've watched the first 3 episodes so far.
2.
We've watched the first 2 episodes so far,
Huh.
and we are just making our way through the series Lost, which apparently has 5 million episodes.
Fuck.
It's a long thing. Yeah.
So
It's long and
luckily,
dense.
we're going to have plenty of content.
Yeah, unless you're not a big fan of Lost, then you might
know.
hate us.
Well, I got nervous at the first episode because I was like, oh shit, if I hate this, I already committed to
Right.
watching all
I was
kind of
hoping you would hate it.
No, I don't hate it yet. I mean,
Yeah.
there's still time for me to hate it.
True.
I think it stays pretty good for a while. It's pretty good for a while. Even
Okay.
in the entire, I mean, I don't want to spoil anything,
No spoilers.
but I
But
liked,
yeah.
I
But
liked
you-
it. Even the end, I
Yeah.
liked the whole thing. It just gets a little weird.
Okay, so you've seen it all?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a little lull in the middle, but then I think it gets good again.
Yeah, it gets a little slow in there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I am excited to hit that lull, baby.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, patreon.com/how embarrassing. And Alba, tell us of your comedy. Tell us of things you can plug, things. What are you up to these days besides cheering with your neighbors?
Getting mad at your neighbors for
No, I was not mad at them. Matt Cole.
Alba
I
hates
just-
healthcare workers.
No, I
Yes.
love them. I love them. I work in healthcare. I love healthcare work.
Yeah, but you hate yourself also.
True. I chose to kill myself. So. That was more. That was more put me out of my misery. Not a.
Word.
I've been doing a lot of stuff that you can catch on with Push Comedy Theater. I did an episode of Quarantinder last night. I did an episode
Nice.
of Bert's podcast yesterday, and I did an episode of Performance Enhancing Films yesterday as well.
Ooh.
Very fun. Yeah, I'm doing that, and then I think I have some sketches in the works, but they will be announced as they are developing.
I love that. And everyone, as usual, don't forget you can donate to Push Comedy Theater at pushcomedytheater.com to help keep the theater running so we have a place to go back to when this is all over.
Oh.
Thank you guys so much for having me on the show.
Oh, thanks
Thanks
you.
for coming on. It was fun.
And final question for you.
Uh-oh.
Did we ruin your life today?
No.
Oh,
Oh, damn it.
we're going to have you
wait.
back. You're just telling us what we want to hear.
Life ruined.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Yay.
yay! We'll put you on our list.
Thanks.
Okay. And how do we end
stay
these
safe out
episodes?
there, mommy's little worms.
Yeah, little worms. Don't forget to wash your wormy little hands.
Yeah. Yeah, you should buy some new shirts because they'll be clean from Corona. So get our merch.
Get our merch. Jeff designed it, and it's beautiful, and it's all I'm wearing during my quarantine.
Yeah, I ran out of deodorant 2 weeks ago, but I'm
Me
like,
too. Oh my God.
well.
What? Me too.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Okay. I think we should go now.
Yeah. All right. Adieu to you and you and you.
You've just listened to How Embarrassing Podcast with Molly and Jeff, a Go On podcast. If you would like to be a guest or you have something to say to Molly and Jeff, then email us at howembarrassingpodcast@gmail.com.